framed me for masturbating in the restroom, something I did not do.
Oh, buddy, stop lying. We all know you did it.
Oh, what now? Melinda Brown Duckett, baby.
Chicken's done every day, people, at churches, Popeyes, and Kentucky Fried Chicken.
He assaulted me with the chicken.
Hold up, wait a minute, show me right.
If he were habitual homosexuals, then by all means, take a hike.
As long as I have the queer community that sees me for my truth, I'm going to be okay.
You should be proud of all that you have achieved to this point in your young lives.
You smell amazing. How old are you?
I'll leave you alone, I swear.
I feel like women!
We didn't have tornadoes here until we started putting into traffic circles.
Speed demons are a tyranny that's plaguing the streets of our city.
Because on the count of, you want to know why? When people go round and round in circles, it causes disturbance in the atmosphere and causes tornadoes.
We need more cops to stop those speed demons.
Hope that makes sense. Have a good day.
They're making laws where you can't drink when you want to. You have to wear a seatbelt when you're driving. And pretty soon we're going to be communist country.
Unbelievably stupid.
Call me to the judge right now.
I might not be in the mood to deal with white shenanigans that day. That's all I'm saying.
I want to have a lot of people have it. You have to have it through your heart, through your soul.
You need to go back to like taking women out of the workforce. Surround yourself with smart, talented people.
Well, you ain't seen nothing, my friend, until you have a flame coming out of your butthole, and you need an asbestos diaper to be able to keep that flame from burning a hole in your pants.
My wife had my weed in her purse, and the mother cop took it. It was only like 4 grams, but it was really good weed.
Yeah, man, you just an unlucky dude.
Don't hate on cops, because guess what? It's been going on since before humans, man, and you don't even know about it.
Now I'm gonna wrap it up.
I quit this bitch.
On a big station. Rock 1069.
Bye.
We need to put women back in the kitchen.
Have a great Friday, you motherfucker.
That is working. I was unsure if that was working at first. This board, you never know. So we'll restart. Welcome to Friday morning on the Stansbury Show here at Rock 1069. We're also online at WRQK.com, rocking the bank with you. 9 a.m. this morning, passing out that first $1,000 keyword. Yeah, they toyed with this board, and so the audio levels aren't what they used to be. That's all right. We'll get it figured out. Also, this morning at 9 a.m., we're going to figure out or take a look at whether or not it's time to start measuring waistlines of employees who work in the office. I think this will have more people looking to work from home than ever before. We also got another story on that, as a bunch of people were caught sunbathing while they were supposed to be working remotely. Now, some of those people happen to be college students and just happen to be in the park too, but somebody raised the question yesterday after a couple of photos, I think in Texas, went viral of parks being taken over by people who were supposed to be working remotely, and sure enough, they're just laying out there. And it's like, I think we all kind of knew that's what was going to be happening there. But I think it's the UK is going to start measuring waistlines of employees. That sounds problematic. That sounds intolerant. That sounds like it's fat shaming. So we'll get there coming up 9 a.m. this morning. Looking forward to that. I also have a piece of audio today you're not going to want to miss. This is what I think might just be the best sales pitch I've ever heard. A lot of my job is sales pitching. There's a Billy Mays aspect to what I do, right? Like, I do the program, yes, and then the company realized, you know what, dude, you're pretty good at using that voice, so why don't you sell some of these products for us too, right? So I'm the show and I'm the advertisement, right? And so I will pay attention when I hear a decent advertisement. Like, all right, I'll tell you the truth. You know who I think is the best in the rock business ever, and I mean ever, in rock radio at doing commercials? Alan Cox. He is the best I've ever heard it. I tell him all the time, I'm like, bro, let me tell you, dude, like, you are amazing at that. Really good at it. Really, really good at it. It's a talent, right? I have a piece of audio from a guy who was selling baseball cards on TV. This is going back some years now, but I stumbled across this yesterday, and oh my God, dude, 8 o'clock, I cannot wait to play it for you. That audio will live in infamy on this program forever, baby, forever. That is so good, cannot wait to give it to you. Also, we are finding out now that more and more of us normies, us normals, we're starting to block the celebrities on social media. I had predicted a little bit of this. It's happening in a little bit of a different manner than I had expected, but it is, in fact, going down. So we'll talk about what this means for social media, what it means for sales pitching, what it means for celebrities, who will be the new celebrities moving forward. We'll get to that. We'll do that coming up at 8 o'clock. Also, Donovan Mitchell has come out plenty of times now and has said, look, some of these reports you're hearing are fake. I'm happy. I'm not disgruntled. I don't know where you guys are hearing this stuff. I'm fine. We're good. I'm not leaving this season unhappy. I'm leaving it more determined, is what he said. Now, when do you trust the athlete when they're telling you stuff? In the moment or 6 months later when they're on the podcast going, yeah, it was kind of that way, right? Remember, we dealt with this with Draymond and Kevin Durant, and we've seen other instances of this. So I'm not sure what to make of this Donovan Mitchell he said, she said stuff. However, I don't know why. I kind of feel like I should be able to believe Donovan Mitchell. I don't know what makes me say it. He just kind of comes off like an authentic dude to me. I could be dead wrong about that. That could be what he wants us to believe. I have no idea. But he comes off very authentic to me, Donovan Mitchell does. So we'll get to that. We'll do that in the 7 o'clock hour. Also, I saw this theory. This is popping back up because of the Harrison Butker audio that we played you the other day. Apparently, women say that they would feel way more safe running into a bear in public than running into men. We're going to get into this conversation a little bit. I think I understand why they're saying what they're saying. I think it's a hyperbolic statement, but I understand where that comes from, and we will address that. We'll get to it coming up in the 7 o'clock hour this morning.
Here's what's next on the Stansbury Show.
All right, man. I have said forever, I like covers. I'm a big fan of covers. About 4 of you sent me a cover yesterday, and you're like, I know you want to play this. And so, you know what? I am going to play it for you here next. I guess I should just apologize now. Grab it here next on the Stansbury Show. I'll have some cash for you at 9 a.m. as we'll rock the bank, pass out that first $1,000 keyword. We'll continue those all day. Also, whether or not we should be measuring the waistlines of employees and corporations, it might be time. We'll get to why somebody's doing it. We'll do that. 9 a.m. this morning. I have always defended cover songs. I've defended a lot of things in the music business. I defend songwriters because every last one of your favorite bands have used them. I've defended using teleprompters on the stage because most of your favorite bands have used them. It's just
Good morning, welcome to the stream.
The songwriter thing I've never
If it's your
really
first time,
because
please like and subscribe.
what people are saying is, hey, make less great stuff. It's like, no, give me as many good things as I can get my hands on. That's what I'm looking for. And music is
check out the channel.
Well, it's a collaborative business.
Other videos.
And that's where you're going to get a lot of great art.
Lifestyle, travel.
And I like cover songs.
Pro wrestling.
Some people do, some people don't. I'm actually a big fan.
Drone footage.
Like some of you actually think this is better than the original. I do not. I think it's good. This kind of reminds me of like when Betty White swears. It's like, oh, the old person's doing something that they shouldn't. I think the 9 Inch Nails version of this song is better, but this one is good.
I hurt myself today to see if I still feel.
It's a good version. And when you start talking, soundtracks and movies and for scenes and setting things up, a cover can be great for things like that, right? Because how he is recording this song and the way it sounds may fit a scene better than the 9 Inch Nails version. I don't think this cover is better than the original, but I do enjoy this cover. Stone Temple Pilots doing Dancing Days. Zeppelin's clearly the better band, and I like their version better. It's pretty good, though. Pretty good. Scott was pretty talented. I like that, right? I like that. A lot of people feel like this cover's better than the original. It's pretty good. I think I might actually prefer it to Dolly. I might. Pretty good. Now there is a cover I think most people would agree is better than the original. It is such a good cover. A lot of people feel as if this is actually his song It's not.
Please check us out on Facebook as well at Road Dog Travel.
But that Jimmy song, right? I mean, it kind of is now.
You'll get
Bob Dylan wrote
content
it.
videos there
That's Jimmy's song.
we don't put
Now,
up on
personally, I
YouTube.
prefer the Dave Mason cover. Most people don't know who Traffic or Dave Mason is. I'm a big fan, but this is a great cover.
There must be some kind of way out of here. Said a joker to the thief.
That's a fan. Lick it up. This, for anybody curious, in case you want to look it up for yourself, is
Lick it up. Lick it up. Ow! Yeah.
Now it's Lick It Up. Yes, covered by Toasters and Moose.
Toasters and Moose. Your hippie grandparents were at the piano.
Come on, man. Not only you fuck with my copyright situation, you're fucking annoying as hell. Stop it.
I just gotta hear. I gotta hear the Toasters and Moose here.
Yes, covered by Toasters and Moose.
Covered by Toasters and Moose. 8 a.m. this morning, I got some audio on what I think might be the best sales pitch I've ever heard. I listened to this yesterday. I was like, I got to get better at my job, and I got to do it right
Got
now.
some storms coming in today.
This guy's amazing. 8 a.m. I'll give you some audio on it. I just gave you a little Jimi Hendrix there, as we had been talking about covers, and I think all along the Watchtower may be one of the best covers ever. I mean, Bob Dylan's version was great, but dude, when you hear this, that's iconic. It becomes Jimmy's song at this point. Like, it's his. It's like, yeah, man, that kind of belongs to you now, man. That's the way that's gonna go. Which, by the way, imagine if we had Twitter, Instagram, and everything else when Jimmy was putting out covers. When Zeppelin put out an album half filled with covers to start their career. The Stones. I mean, literally just took Muddy Waters. We're like, white America's never heard these. Here they go. There's on the record, and there they go. I mean, dude, imagine if we had social media during that. Get your own stuff. Songwriters, will you bub? All that stuff. We wouldn't have all the great things we have today. But we got to talking about covers, and I'm not surprised because I've heard plenty of people say this, and it's been covered in Rolling Stone a million times, but a lot of people really do prefer this to 9 Inch Nails. I don't really get it. I mean, I get it. It's a good version. I don't think it's better than 9 Inch Nails. For me. But it's a very popular opinion that it is.
Myself today.
You put that in like the end of a Breaking Bad episode, it's like, yeah, that fits better than like this would. You know what I mean? Like, you got Walt like trying to figure out his life and Jesse Pinkman and all this other stuff, and you play Johnny Cash's version at the end of that. It's like, yeah, that kind of fits that. Let me see here. Oh, a couple of people said this cover. This is Disturbed covering The Sound of Silence. Now, Disturbed's kind of known for their covers, right? They did it with Shout early on. Land of Confusion. I actually liked their cover of Land of And I think it's a decent version. And I don't get to tell you that you don't prefer it to the original, right? I don't get to do that. I do not prefer it to the original. I think it's good enough. I don't love the original so much. I'm like, don't cover that, right? It's not that. But when I hear this, I'm going to use that word again. It's iconic. It just sounds different. Real on some. I don't know how to. Now, I think it's because this song has been connected, like I was talking about, with movies and TV shows. It's been connected to so many scenes. It's kind of baked in to that. Like all along the Watchtower, honestly. Every Vietnam movie you've ever seen. They're in the chopper, and then next thing you know, the Jimi Hendrix starts playing, and then they got to jump out, and then they fight a little bit, right? And that's kind of what happens there. I'll take your version is very, very good. This is what got us into it. It was because somebody had tagged me in this yesterday. I just love it, man. Woo! Lick it up. Lick it up. Oh, it's only right now. Lick it up. It's only lick it up. Oh, yeah. Lick it up. Lick it up. Oh, come on. Lick it up. Lick it up. Oh, lick it up. Ow! Yeah.
Kiss, covered by Toasters and Mousse.
Covered by Toasters and Mousse? Like, I don't know what she's on this. I don't know if Richard had been listening when we aired this for you the first time. But I have another cover here by by my favorite band, Kiss there, and this is Coheed covered one of their biggest songs. And I thought I was gonna hate this. But I gotta be honest with you, I actually really like this a lot. Not better than the original, but I like it. It's different. They kind of made it their own, which I don't hate. Evo covering Rolling Stone Satisfaction. I'll have to look for that. I don't know if I know that off the top of my head.
I love what you got.
He's got a unique voice.
Let's get.
I'm a purist.
No more tomorrow, baby.
I actually think that's
time is today. Girl, I can make you feel okay. No place for hiding, baby. No place to run. You pull the trigger. Again, I'm not going to prefer it to the original. It's going to be a tough task to get me to prefer a cover of Love Gun over Kiss's Love Gun. Because obviously I grew up a huge fan of them. They were my favorite growing up. I still absolutely love them today. A lot of people seem to like Behind Blue Eye. Again, much like The Sound of Silence, Limp Bizkit did an alright job with it. But this just feels right. For me, this just feels right. Oh, you know, so Bo's like, dude, you work at Rock 106.9 and you haven't mentioned this one yet? Turn the Page by Metallica. All right, so here's the thing. If you listen to the show with any regularity, I have told you before, I am a Seeger. Dude, I love them. That's sacred ground for me. I grew up with it in my house. My dad loved it. And so I just learned to love it. Another cover that Metallica had done, though, was Whiskey in the Jar. And I think I might like their version better than Thin Lizzy's. Thin Lizzy is a band I love, but if you listen to this, it very much sounds like it's captured in that era.
right? Like it's like it's timestamped somehow in that era. Metallica sounds fresh. It sounds a little updated, and it just sounds a little bit. It's sped up a little bit. I love this version, but when you hear this, it just sounds current. Is the best word. That sounds current. Ghost redid "Sympathy for the Devil." Yeah, I don't know if I've heard that one. Again, "Sympathy for the Devil," that's pretty damn good there. "Zombie" by Bad Wolves, Alex is saying. That's a pretty good cover. Better. I mean, we're not trying to find the one that's better than the original. I would not have that as it. But I did like that. "Simple Man" by Shinedown. Bo's telling me again here too. Yeah, that's a pretty good cover. I think I would still go with Skinner's version of that, but all very good options of covers there. I'm being asked, dude, are you going to give us Kisses Real? Look it up after you murdered us with that? It's like, yeah, dude, you know you're getting that at 9 o'clock. Just be a little patient on that. 9 a.m., I'll rock the bank and pass out that first $1,000 keyword. Get you into the weekend with a little extra cash. 9 a.m. All right, I am just coming to this information kind of live in the moment. But the PGA Championship is underway at Valhalla.